Well, good evening, everybody. I haven't posted in a few days, I guess, because it's raining and this bus has been kicking my ass here for a bit. The bed, I've had a lot of issues because I don't want to do what everybody else has done, Murphy bed and all that. So, I redesigned the bed, and I've done some redesign all overall because I had to. I think this is so far the best thing, the best design I've come up with, and not be like everybody else. So, let's see. I have decided that the windows, when I do them, and I'm going to do that in the next few days or weeks, whatever, um, I'm going to build it out. So it's going to have like a 45 on it. So it's going to be like this. It's going to come out and down. So it's going to come like out, and it's going to come down. So it's going to, feather down to flush. So it's going to be a little protrusion on either side of the bus. This side is going to get the long flat one, and the other side is going to get the two shorter ones. Those, windows we keep talking about. So I'm going to do the same on this side here. I'll probably make it one big cutout, whatever. I did find a few leaks the other day when it was downpouring that were old repairs that they had done. So I had to repair some of that. I still have some seams leaking, like these seams, these things. Like I got a few leaks up there, but I'm going to take care of all that when I do the windows and the fiberglassing and the ceiling and the roof and all that, because I'm going to do the solar panels, probably work on that tomorrow. But so what I've been doing is kind of dry fitting things in here. Okay, so that's the storage area and whatnot. I'm going to put the fireplace. I decided the electric fireplace is going to go right there where that light is. It's going to be a focal point. TV is probably going to go over here. Got my booth seating, my bench seating right there. Don't have my table yet. There's a countertop that I'm going to have to cut to size. What I'm going to do here is, that's the Coleman refrigerator that we're going to be using, little refrigerator thing. That's the cabinet, the 4 drawers that Jeff gave me that I'm going to use for food and dry storage and whatnot. The stove is right there. That's going to go above that heater unit and right in between that cabinet and my kitchen drawers, my Craftsman toolbox kitchen drawers with a countertop on it. Window's going to go there. And over on this side, behind the booth seating, is going to be my sink. Okay? Now, that's very important. So pay attention. That's very important. Okay? Now, Jeff was nice enough, because I have one, but I hadn't need to put a tank on it. Jeff was nice enough to give me a nice little toilet. So that's going to end up going in the corner there. As you can see, that is a bed frame, right? Or the bottom part of the bed frame. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to make it a suspended bed. It raises up when not in use. It's going to lower my ceiling to just about my height. I can get under it. And that's with the mattress still on it, right? I can modify it. But it's going to come down, it's going to recess up into the ceiling. And then this whole back area, I'm going to turn it down. We got the sink there, and then I'm going to have, like, the wardrobe with closet and all that, and the little bathroom shitter over on this side, right? And so, yeah. And then I'm going to, where there's not bed recessed in the ceiling, is going to be storage. I'm still trying to make up my mind about this emergency hatch thing. because I can do whatever I want. But I mean, I'm thinking about I might want to use it to maybe put a deck on the top at a future point. So what will decide or determine that is the other exhaust fan and the solar panels. From standing inside here, you can kind of see this is the separation between cab. I guess it's all the way out, and the back of the bus right there. That's the separation. Okay, so starting right there, it's going to be a long solar panel, the bigger one that goes there, that lengthwise, and then the two smaller ones are going to go on one on that side, one on that side. So it's going to be like a U shape. So it should come somewhere around to maybe here, I think, for the big one, and then yeah. So anyhow, so that's the plan there, and I had talked about many times about doing away with the front doors, doing away with the bus doors, and doing that as my power bank. Well, I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to keep the bus doors. So, with that being said, I got to figure out where I'm going to put my power bank and stuff. But I think I want to keep the front. I think I want to keep those as doors. Still have the issue with the passenger seat. Though I do have that jump seat that can be utilized. I just have to mount it or whatever. But it's like a two-person seat when it's folded down. If I can figure out where I want to put it, I can utilize that. But it only folds like this way, like down this way, and that's the back. So if I was to put it in the opposite direction, it ain't gonna work. It'll fold, but then it'd be facing the back of the bus. I don't want to do that. So I got to figure out. There's a couple ways I could do it to where it won't be in my way, I think, and still be able to talk to and see your passenger. I don't know exactly yet, but I will figure that out. I don't want to put it like right up on me. You know what I mean? I don't want to put it back here. I don't know. I'll come back to that. But anyhow, so that's where we are right now. Everything's just kind of dry fit in here and seeing how my plan is working. I still haven't figured out the whole living room area yet. I will get to that. But now that I have things kind of where I want them, I can now begin to run wires to where I believe outlets need to be and lights need to be. And what I'm gonna have to do, because I got all these lights at the restore today, underneath cabinet lights, another light, flat light, and another flat light, whatever. But being that the bed is going to be recessed up there in the ceiling, it's going to be recessed up in the ceiling. I think what I'm going to end up having to do is run extra cord, right? And then so like, say my lights would be on the bottom of the bed, right? So when it's raised up, they'd be on the ceiling part. But when coming down, they have to have enough wire to not pull, right? So I got to figure out how I'm going to spool and unspool that. I think I can do that because I don't know which way I'm going to raise the bed with the pulleys, if I'm going to do a winch or a power thing or whether I'm going to do it by hand. I haven't figured that one out yet. But then I'm, because that's going to be on the ceiling and those are ceiling lights. I got 4 square ones and 1 round one. So I was going to do 2 back here, like back here, 2 up front, and the round one kind of in the middle. I'll probably have 2 up front on one switch, the round one on its own switch, and the 2 in the back on its own switch. That way you can control them whichever way you want to go. And then of course I have three under the cabinet lights. Well, one's gonna go underneath the stove. Ha ha ha. One's gonna go underneath the bed because I am utilizing that countertop, this countertop, and this whole sturdy ass thing that's on top of the wheel well there. And when the sink and the brackets and the brace and all that get in there, those two are going to be level straight across. So when I lower my bed, it'll set down on top of those. So that's going to be my base for my bed, is the plan. So my bed is going to be basically this area. I'm trying to do it like it may not be. It might end up like center of the door, like right here. Might be the end of my bed, right? That might be it. And it's like 58 inches over. I don't know. I haven't got that far exactly, but I wanna have it. I really want to have it further over this way because one, we're not utilizing the kitchen when we're sleeping, so fuck this kitchen. One, two, it will not block my exhaust fan, whatever, my roof fan when I get that installed. And it won't block my door and the bathroom area. So the living room area will still be accessible. So I'm trying to go to the edge of the door. But because of where my braces or my framing is for the metal, right? Because that's all it is right there. Just that right there. And then right there. See? So that's all my framing is. So what I'm going to do, take a 2x6, right? 2x6. And I'm going to run them straight across, securing them to all my brackets, all my braces right there. We'll put carriage bolts through them and like do them and whatever on both sides. So that way I can hang my pulleys and anything I need to off of those, and they'll be real sturdy, and I can put it wherever I need it. Because if the pulley needs to be here, right? Well, what am I supposed to do? Well, I could put it in the 2x2 or the 2x6 because that's the beef part of it. So I don't have to worry about that, and it'll all be connected to the framework of the bus. Is my initial plan. And that should work okay and help me with my ceiling and my curvature. And yeah. But if I put these lights on the bottom of the bed, like I'm thinking, I have to be able to, when it's lowered, there has to be enough cord so it doesn't pull it, but then it also has to retract back up with it. I don't know. I'll figure that out. Maybe I'll do something a little different. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do something different. Who knows? But, that's where we're at with it right now. It's getting there. It's getting there. But, and you see, there's the part that some people don't grasp, right? That you have to do all this. You have to have all these pieces and parts and all these things actually, like, in place so you can see what the hell's happening. Just so you can mark stuff, take it the hell back out so you can, build your braces and do your walls, cut your holes, run your wires, blah, blah, blah. In order to do that, you got to know where things are going to be and how it's going to work. Because just because it's on paper or just because it's in your brain does not necessarily mean it's going to work 100%. You got to still figure stuff out, like this whole kitchen. But I think this so far is the best design that I can utilize. And yeah, so that's what we got right now. Wow, it's almost 15 minutes. All right, that's what we got right now. So check back with me later, and we'll keep moving along. All right, y'all enjoy your evening. I'm going to go pick up our Chinese food and have some dinner. And yes, Richard's at trivia, so he'll be home shortly. Well, unless he starts playing darts. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to go home and get in the shower, eat some dinner, and call it a day. So I'll see y'all later. Have a good night.